Okay, now we'll see duality. This is a problem where we are going to find the dual for this problem. This is called a primal problem, okay? A primal and a dual are mirror images. So if you find answer for one of them, you can find the answer for the other also. It is like that. So it's like a mirror image problem. Okay, so this is a primal problem. We are going to now find the dual. Okay. Now to consider a dual, first thing is this is a maximization problem. So your dual problem is going to be a minimization problem. That is the first point. Second point, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 constraints. That means you have y1, y2, y3 and y4 variables, decision variables in dual. Okay, the second one. Third one, you have x1, x2, x3 variables here. Therefore, you have 3 constraints. x1, x2, 1, 2, 3 constraints. So, you will have 3 constraints in your dual. So, this is how we start. First of all, this is a maximization problem. So, my dual will be a minimization problem. Okay. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 constraints. So therefore I have y1, y2, y3 and y4, 4 decision variables. Here first constraint, the solution is 60. So it will become 60 y1. Second is 20. This will become 20 y2. Third is 45 y3. And fourth is 15. So 15 y4. So this is my objective function. Subject to. Okay. So my first constraint will be wherever x1 is there, that will be my first constraint. x1 is my first constraint. So I have like 1x1 plus 2x1. So it will become like y1 plus 2y2. The solution will be for x1, this is 6, so this will be 6. Since this is a minimization, this will always be greater than or equal to 6. Okay. Second one, x2, 2x2, 4x2. So 2y1. Right, so to read 2y1, there is no x2 here, so we leave it. You have an x2 here, so it will be 4y3. There is no x2 here, therefore this is greater than or equal to 7. The third one, 7y1 plus 3y2 plus 5y3 plus y4 greater than or equal to 8. And since this is all less than or equal to, here y1, y2, y3, y4 be greater than or equal to 0. Simple. Non-negativity constraint is maintained. Now you may ask me why we are going to consider this as less than or equal to only. If this is less than or equal to, doesn't matter, this will always be greater than or equal to only if it is a minimum problem. If dual is minimum, it's going to be greater than or equal to. But this will change. We are going to consider second problem. Here if you notice, this is a maximization problem, but this is a greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. Now for a max problem, you have to have both as less than or equal to only. If you're going to convert to dual, it is easier that way. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to convert this into less than or equal to by multiplying it with minus 1. So this becomes minus x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to minus 5. So I'm just converting it and making it also less than or equal to. So this way I have my dual now. Min W minus 5y1 plus 7y2 minus 5, 7, subject to y1 plus 3y2 greater than or equal to minus 6. The second is minus 2y1 plus 4y2 greater than or equal to 7, and your y1 y2 is greater than or equal to 0, because this has become less than or equal to, so no problem. So this is how you convert. So for a less than or equal to problem, no problem, issues. But if we have a greater than or equal to symbol, you make it into less than or equal to by multiplying by minus 1 both sides, and then you convert it. So this is your second problem. I'll give you a third problem where you have an equality. Okay, so this is my third problem. If you notice, I have a maximization problem. I have three decision variables x1, x2, x3, and less than or equal to is 1. There is an equal to here. So what happens is this is going to create trouble later on. So we are now going to see how to find a dual for this. So this becomes as usual minimum 20 y1 plus 40 y2. Okay, so this is okay, fine. Now subject to, you have like 6 y1 plus 2 y2 greater than or equal to 5. Then you have minus 2 y1 plus 4 y2 greater than or equal to 2. 2 y1 plus y2 greater than or equal to 4. So these are not the issues here. Now you have y1. For the difference between the previous ones and this, here you have an equality. For the first equation, that is y1 equation. So y1 is called unrestricted. That means this is y1 equation was an equality. Okay. And y2 is greater than or equal to 0. So this is how you convert a equal to constraint. So here you have a dual. Finished. Okay, my next problem is this. I've complicated a little bit more. So maximization, yes. Subject to, you have 1, 2, 3 constraints. There's an equality greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Greater than or equal to, we convert it by multiplying by minus 1. Okay, and you have an unrestricted variable here, x3 is unrestricted. So now I'm going to find dual for this. The dual for this is again as usual min. Okay, so I'll have like 15 y1 minus 18 y2 plus 25 y3. Okay, 1, 2, 3 constraints. Finished. Now subject to constraints, I have minus y1 minus 6 y2 plus 10. Okay, so plus 10 y3, which is greater than or equal to 2. Second one is y1 plus 5 y2, minus 5y2 minus 8y3 is greater than or equal to 1. Then you have the third one, y1 plus 7y2 plus 2y3, which is equal to 13. That is because x3 is unrestricted. And as usual, the first equation has an equality. Therefore, y1, the first equation is unrestricted. And then y2, y3 are greater than or equal to 0. So that doesn't change. That's it. So this is your dual. For this primal, this is your dual. x3 is unrestricted. So this equation for x3 becomes equal. Okay, that is the difference I am bringing in. Third one will be minus y1, fourth a constraint, minus 2y2 plus 4y3 greater than or equal to minus 5. Okay. So here if you notice, this is my